I did start out doing documentary work for a long time, way before even the lawns. I started photographing at night years ago, and I photographed sleazy motels and bars and stuff at night that was kind of fun, places that were supposed to be fun but really kind of work. And so what happened was I was very interested in American popular culture, and that led me to Elvis impersonators, and it led me to going back home. So the lawns pictures, this is a long answer to your short question. The lawns were a project because it was literally like what I used to stare at when I grew up in the suburbs, and there was, you know, these kind of perfect atmosphere, perfect lawn, perfect bushes, perfect house, and therefore everybody was supposed to be perfect. And so that was how that project started. Conceptualizing the Anonymous Women series was from my own experience of being identified through the veil of a domestic situation, which is actually not my own MO, so to speak. One of the issues of this work was not just like thinking about the Islamic women that were in Iraq when I started it, so there is this kind of reference to the burqa, but there's also like references to, because I went to Catholic school, you know, the Virgin Mary and nuns. I was taught by nuns who wore habits, and they were always in this, you know, kind of draped uniform, right? And so even though they had very strong personalities, each one of them, they still always had this. And so I'm hoping that some of that stuff comes through, and that people leave the exhibition and think about, you know, different, about their own state and about the references that I've tried to create. I was at a little opening the other night where a couple pieces of mine were in this show, and this woman came up to me and she said, oh my God, she went on and on. She was like, oh my God, I relate to these pictures so much, I love them, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, why? And she said, well, you know, no matter what I do, everyone says to me, where's your husband? Or, you know, hi, so-and-so, you know, how is he? And she went on and on and on. And so this was a very, very astute, smart, personable woman who clearly had her own identity. And she just went on and on about how she was always seen via her domestic position. And so I think although we have gone very far, we still don't have that same independent spirit. First of all, I really believe in humor in art. I think that, you know, aside from being serious people who comment on society, we should also be people who entertain a bit. And I've always tried to make work that has a little bit of humor in it. I think that a lot of artists continuously address the same issue over and over again. I think that in my earlier work, even the documentary work, it was really all about loneliness. It took me a long time to figure out exactly, pinpoint that, but it was about growing up and having very, very lonely moments for a variety of reasons. And so a lot of the work that I did was going out at night and feeling, you know, like this is expressing the emotion of that. And then later, I think each series has its own also set of addressing that moment. Most of my work has been as a reflector rather than an advocator. But I do think that they go hand in hand. I think that's a really important issue. Because as photographers, since we have this direct link to the world, you know, in our photographs, even though this particular series is done in the studio, we often see things that other people don't, right? I mean, you can address a situation or you can show the world in a way that has not been looked at quite the same way before. And so you're constantly photographing something and then having somebody look at it and go, oh, I never thought about it that way. And so I think that's really an important issue for all artists, whether you're a photographer or not. I worry about photographers who take on a cause and then get so involved that they lose their art. So for me, it's the art and a reflection of reality first, and second is becoming the advocate for that cause. The way that I work is I never work very linearly. I kind of work on 5 projects at once. And like today, I was out in the suburbs just briefly, and so there I was, and I thought, oh, I'll photograph a few lawns while I'm out here, you know. So that project like started years ago, and I started photographing lawns, for instance, and I could never figure out how to do it. It finally, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, I finally figured out, oh, they need to be black and white, and they need to be dark because I hate the place so much. So like, I had all these pictures that I had been taking for years, but I hadn't quite put together what it was going to be. And simultaneously, I'm still coming in the studio and doing the drapes, and simultaneously, you know, I have a book on hot dog stands coming out this month. So every now and then I go out and find a new hot dog stand to photograph or something. So these things don't, for me, they never go away, but they just kind of evolve into the next thing. So I can't really tell you what it's going to be next, but it's probably already started. And every artist is always trying to do the next thing, whatever that is, which is building and learning and growing and expanding and conversing with the universe somehow. Do I feel like this is like the defining project for me? Maybe. I don't know. I think it's going to grow into something else. I hope it does, because I don't think that we're ever done. I think we're always moving to the next thing. And if we're done, we're dead. It's over.